What's happening? Welcome to episode 3, The Basement Dwellers.
Back again.
Come to get your NFL picks, your college picks, a little bit of fantasy is what we do every week, every Friday. Big Dan. Dan the Lunchman. Dirty Dan. Whatever you want to call him, there he is. Tyler's on this side. And of course, you know me, the Root Dog. Giving you the best NFL picks of the week, college football picks of the week. We'll give you 4 locks, each of them, 4 NFL, 4 college. Jump on the train all day long, win you some money.
Lock it in. Hot picks coming at you.
Hot picks.
Hot picks.
All right, we're going to start off with college football again. Hit the noon game or 11 a.m. games with Big Dan. Dan, throw them at us.
First one, number 5 Georgia, 3-1 at Kentucky, 2-3. Last week, or actually, Georgia's off a bye week. They lost at number 2 Alabama 2 weeks ago, 41-24. Got outscored 21-0 second half. Kentucky, kind of they shit the bed a little bit. Went to Mizzou, lost 20-10.
Baffled. Absolutely baffled.
Absolutely baffled.
Just absolutely took Tennessee to the woodshed.
Yeah, fucking killed us because we all had Tennessee and just beat their ass.
And then go to Mizzou and
just what are you doing? What are you doing? There's a fucking bug.
I mean,
Georgia's been starting Stetson Barrett. JT Daniels, who was at USC, tore up his knee, transferred to Georgia. He might play. He's a better quarterback than Stetson Barrett, but I don't know how his mobility is. That's been the question all week.
right. The only thing that holds me up is that it's at Kentucky.
Yeah,
Other than that, if it was at Georgia, I think Georgia rolls.
yeah.
Obviously, at Kentucky scares me a little bit. So I'm going to do my usual. When I don't like to pick them, I'm going to go over.
Taking the over.
Taking the over,
He's taking the
42.5.
over 42.5.
I'm
It's
kind of in the same boat. I don't really know what's going to happen here.
It's Georgia minus 17.
Yeah.
Over under 42.5
Yeah.
right now.
I'm kind of with Rudy here. I don't know what I want to play. I don't even know if I like the under or the over.
The safe throw some money on the money line. I know it's 1,071.
Yeah,
but still,
I mean, your safest pick. God damn, though, you hate to fucking lose that money if it's at Kentucky again.
does win, yeah.
Obviously, at home, they're a little bit better, minus that fucking Ole Miss loss, but.
I kind of like. I might even take the money line Kentucky.
I
Could.
think, yeah.
Sneaky
That's not a-
take is
yeah.
the Kentucky money line.
I mean, it's,
They
I
could've
think your
sneaked up.
safest play here is, I think I'm with Rudy. I had the under written here, but the more I looked at it, I got the game pulled up on my phone. I know they outscored 10 at Mizzou, but, I mean, they're not going to, god damn. Now I'm thinking, go under Georgia, Kentucky, under 42.5.
so it's not consensus.
It's not consensus.
No,
Out
not
of the gate,
consensus,
not
because
consensus.
I'm taking. I think this game's got Georgia 28, Kentucky 14 written all over it, which is 42, which is under the number, which is why I'm taking under 42.5.
There it is.
Game 2 on the docket. Another big group of 5 game. We'll see how Rudy feels about this one. Memphis 3-1 at number 7 Cincinnati.
Woo!
Who's
Hard pass.
4-0.
Hard pass.
Cincinnati won at SMU last week 42-13.
Jesus.
Memphis beat Temple 41-29.
And SMU was favored in that game, Chris?
SMU was favored. It was at SMU. SMU's ranked 16th. They're 5-0. They're 5-1 now after the loss to Cincinnati. But still pretty good. Cincinnati is minus 6.5. Over under is 55.5. Cincinnati's defense is a real fucking deal.
Yeah,
boys.
it is.
They're giving up 12 points a game, 12.5 points a game.
I will probably watch this game.
Good. It is on ESPN at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Memphis can score.
They can.
They've been able to score for years.
Yes.
Defense can't stop
Anybody. They're giving
us
up,
3 and B-Rob.
they're giving up 33 points a game.
Poor Dave.
Temple last week, notoriously bad offensive team, scored 29.
So, I'm rolling over again. I'm going
Okay.
points. I think Memphis gets a couple touchdowns, but I think Cincy scores 40 by themselves. So,
Yeah.
I'm going over 55 and a half.
I think your safest play is Cincinnati minus. I mean, Cincinnati's proven that they're a quality team. They're number 7th in the nation for a reason.
100%
If they
yes.
played in the SEC or the ACC, they might even be higher. But they're playing in the
AAC.
AAC, yeah.
American Athletic Conference.
Yeah, so, I think with a different conference, they can prove their worth a little bit more, but they're doing what they should. They're waxing teams that they're putting in front of them.
Yes, they are.
Just some scores for you. SMU scored 13 at home against them. USF scored 7 against
A
them.
good offense.
Yeah. They've given up,
UCF's been kind of back and forth this year, but typically good offense.
they've given up 50 points in 4 games. That's what, 12 and a half points a game?
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got to go Cincinnati. I don't care how good Memphis offense is. Defense, defense wins games, right?
I'm taking both.
Yeah.
He just talked me into it. I'm taking both.
Cincinnati minus
Put
6
me-
and a half.
Put me Cincy minus 6.5
Minus
and the
6.5.
over.
He wants Cincy and the over. I'm going Cincy. I want Cincy also. They're going to win by a touchdown. I want the under. I think the under hits here. They're going to hold Memphis to 13 points.
Cincy is a hot pick this weekend.
Yeah.
Hot pick.
Hot pick, Cincy minus 6.5. Lock it in. Next up on the docket, K-State, our boys from Manhattan, Little Apple, number 16. They're 4-1. They're undefeated, 4-0 in the Big 12. Travel to West Virginia, who's 3-2, 2-2 in the Big 12. Right now, West Virginia against a ranked team at home is minus 3.5. Over/under's 45.5. I don't care if K-State's starting a freshman quarterback or not.
Yeah.
Chris Kleiman, their coach, that he can fucking coach. He was in North Dakota State, won a couple national championships, FCS. I'm making my pick already before you guys go. I'm taking K-State. My plus 3.5.
What's the freshman's
Give me
name?
his name's Will
FCS,
Howard.
FBS, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? I'm
Okay.
taking K-State.
Is Bob Huggins coaching
No.
No.
K-State?
Yeah. I'll also take Kansas State. Backup quarterback, freshman quarterback or not. I know they played Kansas last week, but they looked really fucking good, even with the backup
They
quarterback.
really did.
Again, us 3, B-Rob and Dave could score on Kansas probably. But K-State. K-State plus 3.5. That's,
Plus, you're getting points. You're getting 3.5.
yeah, you're
Take
getting
'em.
points.
Take it.
you're
Getting
getting
points.
3.5.
You're winning when the game.
Take the points.
You're
Take
winning
the
when the game starts.
Yep, absolutely.
Big game next, Dano.
Next game, well, I had Wisconsin at Nebraska up here, and then it got canceled because Wisconsin can't figure out the COVID shit. So
It's tough.
we've got. Let me find my pen.
Figure it out.
I'm real excited. I'm real excited. We got Michigan State. Oh, just spit and chew everywhere. Michigan State 0-1 because they suck.
Little
At number
brother.
13, Michigan, baby. 1-0. Just rolled Minnesota last week. If you rolled with me on every line, every single line, that's what I said. I said, take Michigan, take Michigan, take Michigan. First quarter, first half, whatever. They won every one of them. They fucking gave you money. They fucking gave you money.
Money, money,
last week.
money.
And they look good doing it.
So we're that high on them again, no doubt about it.
100%
Little brother coming to town, gonna get waxed.
Zero chance. They have zero chance. The money line right now is $4,562 to win $100. If I had $4,560, I'd bet $4,560 to win just $100 on Michigan.
Might do it anyway without it.
Maybe. I might. I might bet 45 to win 10.
Hey, here we go, gamblers. I'm taking Michigan.
They're minus 24.5. Also.
I'll take it. Minus 24.5. I think Michigan State gets absolutely rolled. I'm taking Michigan. I'm taking the over. I'm taking them first quarter, second quarter, first half, second half, all of it. Let's go.
My favorite line here is the over 52. I am kind of worried about Michigan State scoring some points, but there's a great chance that Michigan scores 50. So if I can get a field goal out of Michigan State, it'll be a winner.
50 burger.
Michigan over 52. Lock it.
50
Are you
burger.
taking Michigan minus the points or not?
No, I just
Okay.
want the over. Just in
Just
case
the
something
over.
weird happens.
Just the over. I want Michigan.
No.
I want the over. Harbaugh's teams at home are almost a lock for the over. I just want to bring up last week when they did their press conference after the game. PJ Fleck, great coach though for Minnesota. He's at the post-game press conference,
Shiniest head ever.
and he goes, he's kind of saying, he goes, well, that block punt was great, huh? It was fun. When they blocked the punt early, went up 7-0, then Michigan rolled them after that. And I understand Minnesota had some guys out, whatever, it doesn't matter. Michigan looked very, very good last
They
week.
did.
And this is, I know I'm a Michigan fan, but I thought the offense looked as good as I've seen under Harbaugh. Joe Milton is the real deal.
Dan got so excited he thinks they're going to make the playoffs.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
He thinks they're making the playoffs.
I
Put your
don't-
money down right now.
Hey, let him
Oh,
be
I'm
excited.
sorry.
I don't
let him
know.
Be excited.
I still
Let him be excited for
at
one
this
time.
moment. At this moment, right now, watching what Ohio State did, to Nebraska, I still don't know. I still don't think they can beat Ohio State.
What week did they play Ohio
They
State?
played December 12th.
Circle it on your
Tune
calendar.
in for that week, ladies and gentlemen.
But that, I thought they looked as good as they have. And the offensive line replacing 4 starters was, and I don't know, Minnesota had guys replacing guys on defense. I get it. But the offensive line looked freaking great last week. So I'm a Michigan fan, so that's why I talked for a while. Sorry.
Dan,
Fine.
I'm just gonna sit back and let you be excited. Okay?
I'm real.
Be
I know,
excited.
I know it was their first game, but we're gonna let you be
I
excited
know,
for a
I
little
know.
while.
Be excited while you
But
can.
I was very.
December 12th's coming.
I was also very skeptical also of how it would go, like how the offense would roll and stuff. But I was a lot of good things happened. A lot of good things. It wasn't just
seen a lot of good things.
they still put up a lot of good numbers.
Hmm.
Even though David Pollack on ESPN, Minnesota was out there when they had a short field and blah blah. They still put up.
49.
Where's my fucking sheet at? They still had 225 yards passing. They ran for 256 yards. They averaged 8.3 a carry. Don't tell me. Sorry, they had guys out. You're still college football players. Shut up, David Pollack.
Boom.
Okay, next
Take
on
that.
the docket,
2:30 game.
2:30 game. Only one 2:30 game on our docket this week. Number 17, Indiana. Indiana's ranked. Imagine that. 1-0 against at the Rutgers, who also is 1-0.
In Rutgers basketball.
Greg Schiano, chop the tree down. Let's go. And Rutgers basketball.
And a Green Bay Packer.
Okay, either Indiana plays really well at home, or Penn State's not that good. Because I watched that game and it was hard to watch. Penn State couldn't do anything, so I'm not giving Indiana credit right now. I'm not, I think they got ranked. I think they jumped the gun a little bit after the first game. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before.
I don't think they're that bad. I think
Are
they're
they
fine.
17?
I don't
good?
think they're 17 good. I think they're fine. But when you look into the numbers of that game, I mean, there's no reason Penn State should have lost that game.
No, there's not. But and that's I keep going back to maybe Penn
Yeah.
State's
Well, they
not
had a
that
chance to close the
Yeah.
door late in the game. They scored a touchdown.
They scored a touchdown. They
couldn't
should have took it
get- yeah.
in. Yeah.
They didn't.
So what are you saying? Are you saying
I'm gonna-
Indiana might be that good or Penn State might be that bad? It's got to be one or the other.
Man, I don't think Penn State
Or
is.
Penn State just had a bad game.
I don't think
I
Penn
don't
State's Penn State of old.
Well,
I don't either.
Penn State also, Indiana only had 211 yards of offense
Oh, boy.
and scored 36
yeah, it
points.
scored 36 points.
I mean, Penn State gave them. They gave them every chance to win it, and
But
Indiana capitalized. Which doesn't mean Indiana's a bad team at all, but Indiana took advantage of it. Indiana's a
Right.
fine team. They're okay. They're fine.
Yeah, I'm not.
They play 8. They're going to play 9 games this year. They can probably go 6-3. I mean, that's
With
yeah,
that
you know,
schedule, that'd be impressive.
especially that was probably a game for them that if you're an Indiana fan, you're looking at, oh man, we'll probably go 5-4 this year.
That's one of those
Now
if
6-3 because now you win a
I
home,
mean,
you
you're
win a
not
big
gonna
home
beat-
game
you're
against
not
Penn
gonna
State.
Michigan.
You're not beating
gonna
Michigan,
beat
you're not beating Ohio State. I haven't looked at their schedule.
And
I don't know
they'll-
who else they play from the West.
And they'll fuck up somewhere else.
They'll
along
fuck
the way,
somewhere.
yeah.
They'll probably lose. They'll probably play Illinois and lose.
This ain't
to them.
basketball.
I'll tell
They'll
you
fuck
what's
up.
going to happen right now. They're going to lose to Rutgers.
Boom.
Now they might win. I'm going to take Rutgers plus 10.5. Indiana may win. I don't think it's over 10.5. They may beat them by a touchdown. They may beat them by a field goal. I don't think it. They don't roll them.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I'm gonna go
Maybe
with.
I'm not giving them enough credit. I don't.
I'm gonna go with the over 53.5. I'm sorry, not Penn State. Michigan State scores 38 last week against.
27 against Rutgers.
Oh, I'm sorry, scored 27 against Rutgers. Rutgers scores 38
Yeah.
against Michigan State.
Yes. Yeah.
Indiana scores 36. I know it went to one overtime, correct? One overtime last
yeah,
week.
sure, yeah.
Penn State, Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take a touchdown away, they scored 28. I don't know. I know it's one game in. I think your safe play is to bet the over 53.5. It's still like, I know he's on, but Rutgers is still Rutgers football. Okay, let's.
Yeah.
Let's
They
not
do
get
have a
carried
good
away.
coach now, though.
Rutgers' first conference win in 21 games against Michigan State last week.
Over 53.5 is the play for me.
They also forced 7 turnovers against
Brutal.
Michigan State.
Brutal.
If they force 7 turnovers,
Maybe they are that good.
If they force 7 turnovers, they're going to win. But I watched some of those throws, and it was some of the interceptions. They also Michigan State fumbled 6 times and lost 5 of them.
Who was carrying the ball? Jeff Burton?
No shit, Jeff.
Dave,
Figure it out.
blow the glove off.
Jeff came out of the tent
Dave-
for a couple carries and fumbled both of them.
Dave would never carry the ball. Dave is the center. All he has to do is hike it, unless he hits his butt, and drops it. Whatever.
Butt fumble.
But I'm taking Indiana minus the points. I think they'll beat them by 2 touchdowns.
I tell you what,
the number's 10.5, and I think Indiana. I don't think Indiana is great, but I think they win like 38-24.
that last play of that game last week, that was,
Very controversial.
Ballsy.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
controversial.
I mean, granted, the quarterback, that's the only option he had.
Yeah, and it's a hell of a freaking play.
Controversial or not, either way,
Whether-
if you were on Penn State, you wouldn't have covered. So
Yeah, whether the ball
Hey,
hit the ground before
and on
it
this
crossed,
show last week, who took Indiana to cover the plus 6.5?
we'll give you
this
credit
guy.
there. We'll give you credit there.
You're welcome, folks.
he's fucking.
But your overall record is not very good.
It's not what matters.
I'm fucking 500, okay? I'm
Let's go.
500 on the year.
What do we
You
got?
know whose
Next
record's the
one.
best? Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Can't beat
No shit. You can't beat Vegas.
Unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
They are beatable.
Next game.
That's why you're tuned in right now. They are beatable, damn it. They are
Next-
not a machine.
Next game on the docket, 3 p.m. start on Fox. Texas 3-2, 2-2 in the Big 12 at number 6 Okie State, Oklahoma 4-0,
Down
3-0.
to 3 right now.
It is down to 3. It is at 3. Oklahoma State -3, over under 59 in this ball game. Oklahoma State's defense has been outstanding. 12 points a game. They gave up 21 to Iowa State. They beat number 17 Iowa State 24-21 last week. Texas got back on the right track by beating Baylor 27-16 last week. But, I mean, Texas is averaging 45 points a game on offense. They only scored 27 last week. It shows you what they did the weeks before that. And they're 3-2. They're giving up 32.2 on defense. Tom Herman, figure it out. What are we looking at over here?
Yeah.
Both on our phones over here.
Well, I'm just.
I've got to pick Oklahoma State and the under 59. Lock it in if you want to make money.
I'm with Dan. I actually really like Oklahoma State -3 right now, especially at home. If you want to play the under too. I think the under is way better playing the over. I'm actually same as Dan. Like OK State -3 more, but I also like the under.
You want to take the under?
I wanna take both.
Absolutely.
I'm just telling my lock is OK State -3.
Spencer Sanders came back last week, ran for like 85 yards. Chuba Hubbard, we talked about it, had kind of been, mid-pack as far as that. Ran 26 times for like 155 yards. I mean, it made a difference. It made a difference. And it'll make a difference this week. Rudy. Yeah, exactly. He's probably going to take Texas. What an idiot.
Fucking loser.
What an idiot.
He
You know what?
He also subscribes to Longhorn Network.
Let's go, baby.
Texas is not back.
No, they're not. I'm going Oklahoma State, and I'm going the under.
Jump on the fucking train.
Let's go all the way around.
Consensus.
Lock it in.
Hot pick.
Hot pick.
Lock it in.
All right, next.
Next
6:30.
Next up, Biggin.
This is the easiest one on the fucking
I think
list.
so.
It
Ohio
really
State
is easy.
at Penn State.
Ohio State 1-0.
Ohio State -11.5. Over under 64.
It's -11 currently on ESPN. too. So
Pitt-
even
Like I
better.
said,
Hey, also,
No.
Penn State lost Noah. No, sorry, I'm getting to Noah in a second. Journey Brown before the season, out for the year. Also, Noah Kane, running back, out for the season.
like I said before on the Indiana game, I don't know if Indiana's good or Penn State's bad, but Penn State is not as good as Ohio State.
Zero chance.
They're not even in the same ballpark or the same stadium. Ohio State rolls,
Yeah,
absolutely rolls.
yeah.
Absolutely.
If you want to put a big bet down, that's the one right there.
They're,
Ohio State
they're playing at Penn State, Happy Valley.
doesn't fucking matter.
No, no, it doesn't right now. With no fans, it doesn't matter. When they play, if you play there with fans, 110,000 people, wide out, it affects the game. This Urban Meyer talked about this. He coached Ohio State. He said it's a 7 to 10 point swing. He said right now it's a scrimmage atmosphere. It's nothing.
Yeah,
Like okay,
they're gonna whoop their ass.
yeah, Ohio State's gonna fucking kill them.
Put your house on it,
Whole house, not just half. Whole house.
but not your basement. We need some.
Not your basement.
Leave the
Need those.
basement
Yeah.
alone
We love
for the
basements.
dwellers. Next up,
Next.
6:30.
Arkansas, little resurgence here.
Yeah.
2-2 at number 8, Texas A&M 3-1. A&M is minus 12.5. Over under is 54.5. A&M was off last week. They won 2 weeks ago at Mississippi State 28-14. Arkansas also off last week. They beat Ole Miss 33-21 2 weeks ago. I'm not sold on A&M being number 8 in the country. They beat Vandy 17-12. They got rolled by Alabama, which Alabama's fucking good. We know that.
Yeah. Alabama rolls everybody, Dan.
But then they get a win against Florida 41-38. Florida's defense is terrible, and they win at Mississippi State 28-14. But then after they lose to Bama and get rolled by Bama, they beat number 4 and they jump up in the ranking. I mean, they jumped up in the rankings a big time. I understand you beat the number 4 team in the country, but I don't think Florida's really that good either. And then you win at Ole Miss, you win at Mississippi State 28-14. Kind of like it was kind of a ho hum, kind of whatever. Like they're scoring 28, they're giving up 29.
Right.
I mean, I don't think they're not the number 8 team in the country. I just sorry, Nathan Lowe.
Yeah, and I mean that's the same.
Lou.
You kind of feel the same way about them as I do Indiana right now. I mean,
Yes, I really do. Yeah.
17, who knows? 8, don't think so.
Are they the 8th best team in the country? No, they're not.
Yeah, I don't.
Are they going to beat Arkansas by 13 points to cover the 12.5? No. Arkansas will keep it close.
I don't like this game at all, so I'm going to do my normal. I'm going to go over 54.5.
Boy.
I'll go Texas.
Over
Texas
51.
A&M minus 12.5. I know Arkansas is playing better. They're getting better.
Wow. He wants A&M.
I'm gonna go A&M.
Is that it?
A&M guy over here.
A&M at home.
I'm taking Arkansas on the under. They're on A&M. They're on the over. I want Arkansas on the under.
I'm not on the over. Clear that up. I'm on
Oh
A&M.
no! I said they're on A&M and the over. Like
Okay,
they're
well,
separate.
I got
A&M
you.
and the over.
Gotcha.
Or A&M and the over. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
Dan.
but-
All right, moving on. Next
Yeah.
pick, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Our
Late night.
our
By this time, Dan will be shit-faced drunk.
Yes,
yeah, 100%. Our back and forth team through 2 weeks.
Oh, God, they're
Number-
back on the docket
Number
again.
15 ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. They're 4-1,
Oh, I've been rolling with UNC all year, baby.
and they fucked us against Florida
Yeah,
State.
they did.
At Virginia, the Cavaliers, who are 1-4,
You
who
guys.
did
I picked.
who did give us a
Right.
last
I
week
was right.
because we all three consensus took the U, Miami,
Yeah, let's not talk
and
about that.
Virginia covered.
It happens.
But North Carolina loses to Florida State, bounces back, and hammered North Carolina State. I was on North Carolina State. He was on North Carolina State. This guy was on Carolina,
And Carolina covered.
and Carolina covered. Carolina
Absolutely
killed.
smashed them.
Carolina looked great,
So if
and
we-
they freaking
hey.
destroyed them.
If we're looking at the back and forth weeks, I guess it's time for Virginia to cover.
No, it's not. Because North Carolina's only -7. So the worst
They
you
win
can do,
by
they
a
win by a
touchdown.
touchdown. You get a
Easy
push.
peasy.
You take a push. Whatever. Who cares? But they're not going to win by a touchdown. They're going to win by. They're going to win by 24.
Ooh.
Bold pick, 24.
Bold prediction there by Daniel.
If they were minus 23.5, Dan's still on the
I would
train.
still take them.
Me and Tyler might jump off that train, but Dan still ride it. Yeah, UNC minus 7.
UNC -7.
There you have it.
Lock it in.
God,
And last game on our college football docket is Oklahoma, number 24, back in the rankings this week. 3-2, 2-2 in the Big 12 at Texas Tech, who's 2-3, 1-3 in the Big 12. It is Oklahoma minus 15. Over under is 67 right now.
It's
Oh.
at 15.5 on ESPN.
15.5 on ESPN. Nobody cares about what they do. I'm going off actual sports books, but whatever.
Okay.
No, I got this off Scores and Odds at about 8:05 this morning.
So, I need to look. at this.
Oklahoma got back, kind of rebounded last week, beat TCU 33-14. Texas Tech beat West Virginia 34-27 last week. The defense for Oklahoma actually
Oklahoma's
stepped up
given
last
up
week.
38, 37, 45, and 14.
And then 14, yeah.
So that basically tells me that they don't really play defense,
No,
Not
that's
really.
optional.
Not really at all.
which is about normal for Oklahoma. They
Yeah,
can
correct.
score
Yes.
and they can't stop anybody. Texas Tech, they've given up, let's see, 63, 31, 31, and 27. Over.
Can you guess what he's going to pick?
Over.
Over 67.
Nobody can stop anybody. Gunslinging. Let's go. Air it out.
I love
Touchdown
points.
after touchdown.
I love points.
After touchdown. Over.
I'm gonna take.
I don't care if it's 79. Over.
I'm gonna take Texas Tech plus 15.5.
Over. Take the over.
He's taking Texas Tech plus. I'm saying I think Oklahoma found something on the defense last week. I think Texas Tech's defense is terrible though, so it just depends. If I can get a couple touchdowns out of Texas Tech, it's Oklahoma and the over is the play.
Plus?
That's what I said.
Over.
Oklahoma over 67. Now for the 4 locks of the week.
Here comes your 4 locks of the week. We are going with the Michigan over
Lock.
52. Ohio State minus 11.5. Probably the bet of the week.
Yes.
UNC minus 7. And Cincinnati minus 6.5. That's the 4 locks. Michigan over, Ohio State minus, UNC minus, Cincy minus. If you want to get ballsy and go 8-team or spread it out a little bit, hey,
There
throw
it
a
is.
dollar on it. See what happens.
Here it is.
Stay with the same 4. Michigan over, Ohio State minus, UNC minus, Cincinnati. Bama's going to roll. Take the
100%.
points. Minus 31.
100%.
I don't care if it's minus 64.
Lay
Bama rolls.
Lay the 31. Take it.
SMU at home minus 12.5. Florida minus 12.5 at home against Mizzou. Mizzou, good game last week.
Yeah.
You're not going to win in the swamp.
Sorry.
Not going to happen. And Ole Miss beats the hell out of Vanderbilt minus 17.5.
Absolutely.
Michigan over. Ohio State,
Hold on,
UNC,
Dan. Hold on,
Cincy, Bama, SMU, Florida, Ole Miss.
Hey, real quick, just a little sleeper pick that's not on the docket. Doesn't have anything to do with anything that Rudy's shouting out right now either. But a team that you guys need to take a look at, people are sleeping on, that have really been playing some pretty good football. They're number 20 in the
I
nation.
like it.
Coastal Carolina, Chanticleers.
Fierce Cox.
Absolutely. Jump on the Fierce Cock train. They're minus 3.5 at Georgia State.
Is that tonight?
That's an
Tomorrow.
11 a.m.
11
game
a.m.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I like
Minus
it.
3.5. There's a chance it might drop to minus 3 since they're on the road. I think if it goes down to minus 3, you fucking jump all over it.
You take it.
Fierce Cox.
You take it all day of the week.
Fierce
There you
Cox.
go.
Take the Fierce Cock.
We'll be back
So-
in just a minute for NFL.